Alright, you're listening to Loveline with Dr. Drew giving you information on conflict management and relationship advice. Let's take another caller. Oh, let's listen to Tyler from Denver. Hi, Tyler. What's your issue?
Hey, Dr. Drew. I'm actually a first-time caller, but hey, I've been listening my whole life.
Alright, glad to hear it.
Alright, well, the issue is me and my girlfriend are constantly fighting over the same issues. It's basically, to break it down to you, it's about money, jealousy, or the amount of time we spend together. Personally, I think we spend too much time together.
Alright, at least you admit it. Alright, well, Tyler, what you're obviously doing now is not working. What I recommend you to do first is be realistic. Develop a strategy that's within your capability. Once you're realistic, try and stay focused on your objective. Don't let yourself become distracted by things that are not important. Define what it is to you that's important and what you want to get out of that relationship, then go after it.
Alright, wow, those are really great suggestions. I got a problem for you, though. I really do feel like I've been trying to be realistic this whole time.
Oh gosh, I was afraid of that. Okay, well, if you've already done that, then there are a couple more things I recommend you do that might help. Try and take what you can get, rather than lamenting about what you're not getting out of the relationship. Be thankful for what you can get out of it.
Sure.
Also, create as many options for yourself as you can. The more options that you can give, the more that ensures that you will get at least some of the concessions back.
Okay.
And if all these recommendations don't help, most importantly, the biggest thing to do is not to argue with someone who's looking for a fight.
Wow, alright, that's a great recommendation, because I always feel like I picked the wrong times to bring up an issue.
Okay, I know the feeling.
Alright, well, you know what, I'm going to take this advice, and I'm going to run with it, but I'm telling you that if this doesn't work, I'm kicking my girl to the curb.
Okay, alright, to each his own. Alright, let's take another caller. Alright, let's take a call from Barbara in New Mexico. Hi, Barbara, thanks for calling.
Hey, Dr. Drew, I can't believe I finally got through. So I'm calling because my man is always blaming me for our problems, and I always feel like I have to take responsibility for them, and I feel terrible. What should I do?
Well, I'll tell you what, Barbara. It's funny that you have this problem because I happen to be reading a great book called Beyond Blame, and the author gives some great suggestions. Now, this might sound crazy, but the author says to come up with a list of excuses so you can avoid conflict and feel like you're not responsible for everything.
You know, a girl's gotta have her excuses.
True that, sister. It sounds like they're not working. So I would recommend trying either A, try thinking anyone would have done the same thing. I didn't mean it. Or B, my favorite one, it was just meant to be that way.
Alright, the next time my boyfriend tries to pull this BS, I'm pulling out my list of excuses.
Alright, sounds great. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Dr. Drew.
So let's take our last call for the day. Let's listen to Anna in Santa Fe. Hi, Anna. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Dr. Drew. I feel very sad because my boyfriend and I have been living together for 4 years, and all we do is fight and ignore our issues. We have become more as friends than lovers. What can I do to change this?
Well, I'm going to cut you off right there, Anna, and I'll tell you what. You first must be willing to uncover and deal with unresolved issues from the past. Look deep inside yourself for the courage not only to commit yourself to act differently, but also follow through with it. If the only way to keep your relationship together is to avoid a semblance of intimacy, then you really don't have a partner. You have a roommate. And if that's the case, I'm certain you can find another roommate with whom you don't fight so much. You must stop focusing on the negative. Remind yourself what you're doing and why. And put a support system in place. If you're listening to me and follow everything I've told you to do, you'll be in a good position to go about whatever's best for you, either staying with your significant other or moving on. Let's take a letter from one of our listeners. I have one here from Connor in Tampa Bay. Dear Dr. Drew, I really need your advice. I find myself going about every day worrying about getting into conflicts large or small, whether it's with members of my family, my friends, or people at work. My question for you is there anything positive that I can learn from these conflicts that I try to avoid? And how do I go about engaging in them? I feel like they breed nothing but negativity due to my past experiences. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Signed, Connor in Tampa Bay. Well, I'll tell you what, Connor. The first thing you need to do is stop worrying. Because I'll tell you something right now. Conflict is just a natural part of life. No matter where you go or what you do, there will always be conflicts. But here are some things I want you to keep in mind anytime you find yourself being engaged in these conflicts. Think about this. What can I learn from this encounter that will help me the next time I'm in a similar situation? I'm sure you've been in conflicts before that have happened again and again, but I want you to make mental notes about how they were resolved. And the more you know about these tactics and resolving these conflicts, the easier it is to handle them once you find yourself engaged in these conflicts. Also keep in mind that conflicts allow us to measure very valuable gains. And how you do that is ask yourself, how important to me is the issue I'm conflicting over? Is it something I hold dear to my heart? Or is it something that's not that important to me? Once you know the answer to that question, trust me, you'll know how to act next time you find yourself in a conflict, Connor. So just go about handling it day by day, and you'll be fine. Well, that's all the time we have today for Loveline 100. I'm Dr. Drew. Thanks for listening, and tune in next week for more conflict management solutions and your relationship advice.